My name is Sofia, and you are listening to Sit Down with Sofia. Hey, welcome back. It's Friday. I'm sure you're all so happy it's Friday. I don't really care because I'm on summer vacation, so it doesn't really apply to me. My work schedule's all over the place. So, but for those of you that do appreciate Fridays, happy Friday. It's been a while. I started my podcast back in January. I have not posted or maybe it was February. I don't know. It's been about 3 months or so. When I had this idea, I had no idea how much work it would actually be, which I should have known, because when you edit videos, those take X amount of time to edit. And I've been doing lots of side projects in the past few months and just diving into my sophomore year and getting all that done, and college is hard, and so been busy, needless to say. But I'm back. It's summer. It was kind of ambitious for me to say a podcast a week. So honestly, I can't really tell you when you're going to get podcasts. As of right now, it's definitely for sure 100% going to be once a month. But we'll just see how it goes. I have some other podcasts lined up. We're going to be talking about fashion, life hacks, cancel culture. I still have that conspiracy theory one that we're going to get up. But today we're going to be talking about Ben Schwartz. And I got the chance to sit down with him in Austin about a week or so ago. He was in Austin doing a fashion show to promote a towel jacket from Equis. So I hope I said that right, because people have been making fun of me. I think I was saying Equis. I don't know. I think it's Equis, but we'll go with that. Don't make fun of me. I get self-conscious now when I say that. Maybe it's Equis. I don't know. Oh yeah, so he was there. He was promoting this towel jacket. They asked him to do this line, and so he had a little fashion show. I went with my friend Megan in Austin. It was at Moon Tower Saloon, but I did have the privilege of getting to interview him in the morning at their Airbnb in Austin, which was really nice, and it was really cool to see that side of like the media, because basically I've never, been with a celebrity while they've been getting interviewed. So he was doing satellite interviews. So he's got the whole setup by the pool. He's sitting in a chair, and there's cameras, there's lights, there's everything. You just walk up and it was just kind of in your face, and he's doing satellite interviews. So I guess they could see him and hear him, but he couldn't see them. All he could do was hear them. So that was kind of cool. I had the privilege of actually getting to sit down with him. And I just did an audio recording. I didn't know if I could do a video recording. It's a little kind of shaky, not like the voice or anything, just because I didn't go into it planning that I was gonna put this on my podcast. It's about 8 or 10 minutes, which I wish I would have, because, I could have been like, how's your week been? Like, give me some happies and crappies. And totally could have done that. I didn't know what it was going to be like when I went into it. It was my first time interviewing anybody really, of that status. So, you know, a little bit nervous. And all his people were around me, and I got in there and they're asking me a million questions, and it's very official, and there's just all this stuff everywhere. And like, I don't want to touch anything, so I don't want to mess anything up. And they didn't even know how old I am either. So I'm assuming they think I'm somewhere in my mid-20s, not a 19-year-old college student. So, you know, I kind of hid that factor from them, but it was really cool to just be there. And I got to sit in a room with him and his assistant, and I guess his PR manager, I think is what she was. Not sure. But it's so funny. You think these things are going to be so professional. And I get there, and I'm sitting by the pool when I first got there with his assistant, and we're watching him do these interviews or whatever. We're waiting. And it's so funny. He was, poor thing, he was like, it's so hot. And honestly, it was like 10 in the morning. I was like, this is not the peak of our heat. Like, you have something else coming for you if you're gonna say that this right now is hot. It was probably like 80 degrees with like 50% humidity. It wasn't even that hot. But it's so funny. I get inside, and I'm sitting and I'm talking to the PR team for Dose and probably his people as well. And I'm sitting on the couch, and, you know, they asked me, do you want any water or whatever? They were asking me if I need anything. And I started talking to them, and the lady comes up to me and she was like, so are you videoing or are you recording? And I was like, oh, I'm just recording audio. And she was, oh, okay. She's like, do you want to record in a bathroom? And I was like, oh, for the acoustics? I was like, no, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's going to pick up what it's going to pick up. So, you know, you just think it's going to be so professional. And she's like, you want to record in a bathroom? I'm like, well, it's going to be kind of awkward. Like, we're just going to kind of be standing there. I was like, I'd rather both of us, you know, sit down and be comfortable. But if I would have known, I could have filmed it. I mean, heck, I would have filmed it around my camera, my tripod, like all the works. And I would have done it up. But like I said, it was just very vague for me going into it. I really just got an address and was like, okay, meet us here. And I had to send in the questions before I went. And it was really just a conversation. And I'm not a boring person, but when you listen to this, you're going to hear kind of how boring I sound. Because in my mind, I didn't know it was going to be a conversation. You know, I've never done something like this. I didn't know how much time he had. I guess I should have asked. I really wish I would have just like wrote out a big layout and just made it a podcast, because honestly we could have sat in there for 30 minutes, because I guess he had to go back outside and do more interviews. And so he was like, when I first got there, he was like, let's just stay in here for as long as we can. He was like, this is nice. I'm sitting in the AC. There's no sun on my face. And he's fairly light skinned, so I don't think he wants to be in the sun. He's not really going to tan, I don't think. But he was really cool. I guess he wasn't feeling too well, so he didn't shake my hand. The first thing he said to me when I walked up to him, he was like, hey, how are you? Whatever. He's like, I'm sick. So elbow touch. So we touched elbows, and, you know, it was cool. And now we're best friends. It's fine. No, but he was super cool, super sweet, super down to earth. If you don't know who he is, his name is Ben Schwartz. First of all, I guess now he's a comedian, but he's best known for his role in Parks and Rec. He was John Ralphio. Hilarious character. If you haven't seen Parks and Rec, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But it's so funny because I watched Parks and Rec. Let's see, I'm a sophomore in college now. I watched Parks and Rec when I was a sophomore in high school. So it's like kind of full circle. Is that a full circle? I don't know, but never in a million years, I mean, did I think I would be doing anything like this. I was able to get the opportunity to work for ATX Gossip this summer, so I'm writing a whole bunch of articles for them, and on their social media and doing stuff like that. And then the perks of it are we get to go to all these really cool events. So next week we have the ATX TV festival. So we'll be there. We get to be on a red carpet. I get to be on a freaking red carpet with Zendaya. I'm going to flip out. I'm already flipping out. Like, I already flipped out at the chance that I got to freaking interview Ben Schwartz. Which, funny story, when I got the email about the interview and the fashion show and all that, you know, basically when I get these emails, they're just kind of flooding in. So I just basically kind of skim over it and then look for the date to let my boss know, or whoever's emailing me, like, yes, I can attend. Because they're not always like on a Friday and Saturday night. Like, it's not like that. It's random. Like, this fashion show was on a Thursday night. And so I kind of skimmed over it and I didn't see who he actually was. Like, I didn't realize the character of John Ralphio is played by Ben Schwartz. Like, he's one of those people, like, I'm sure I've seen his name before. I knew who he was, but it just didn't register because I don't see him in much. It's not like it's freaking Johnny Depp where you see that and you're like, yes. But the tagline at the very beginning of the email was, Dosecki's fashion show put on by Ben Schwartz. The fashion show is John Ralphio approved. And I just thought they were, like, being funny. So I messaged my boss on the email, whatever, and I was just like, hey, like, I have to work in the morning. I'm so sorry, but I'll make the fashion show in the evening, whatever, because they wanted me to interview him in the morning. Then I got home, and I'm like, okay, let's, like, read this email and actually see what's going on. And I was like, Ben Schwartz. I was like, why is that so familiar? And then they said John Ralphio approved, and I was like, is that a joke? Like, I don't get it. Like, I guess they're just really big Parks and Rec fans. Like, I knew who John Ralphio was. So I click on Ben Schwartz, and I was like, oh, this is John Ralphio. So I was like, oh, okay, well, dang. So I immediately found somebody to cover my shift. I messaged my boss and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, is the opportunity still available? I got somebody to cover my shift. I didn't realize who it was. I'm like in a panic. And she was like, yeah, I mean, just email his assistant back and just let her know that you're available. So I emailed her and she was like, oh, yeah, great. Sure, whatever. Just send over the questions. We're available, whatever. Because it was one of those days, like, I think, and I've seen this, I've just watched them when celebrities have a project coming out, whether it's a movie or a concert or whatever they're doing, an album. And they're just doing press interviews all day. And so that's basically what he was doing. And then he had the event in the evening. So press was just coming to his house. So there was so many people at this house. Sorry if you can hear stuff in the background. My mom's working. But yeah, so it was really cool. It's only about 10 minutes. He was so sweet. And like I said, I sound really boring and I didn't realize how boring I sounded. I was making a joke with my friend earlier and I was like, oh, people should, take a shot or do something every time you hear me say great. Cause towards the end I start asking him stuff and instead of just creating conversation, I'm just like, oh, great. Yeah. Great. But he's the freaking coolest person ever. And just getting to sit down with him was so cool. And then I saw him later that evening and he said, hey, and it was just really cool. It was so nice to just be treated like a human being, I guess you could say, just in a wrapped up world, to have people care about you because, you're sitting there and you're, we're the PR for their work. And so I don't know how many other companies cover this event, but it was a private event, 21 and up. I wasn't supposed to be in there. Neither was Megan because we're not 21. But luckily, because I had the emails and everything and I had a contact or whatever, they let us in, because I guess there was just a bunch of free beer and everything all over the place. But we really just went. We just kind of chilled and just waited for the show. And once it was over, I mean, we weren't prepared to buy a $250 towel jacket. And there were a couple other things like fanny packs and towels and statement t-shirts and whatever. But it was really cool. I'm sure if you go online somewhere, you can find people posting about it. If you go to his Instagram page, I'm sure he's tagged and stuff. But it was really cool and it was just such a privilege. And I almost didn't want to do the interview. Not because I should rephrase that. In my mind, it was kind of like, well, if this doesn't happen, it's whatever. And I just kind of kept making excuses, and it came down to the point where I'm leaving for the interview, and I could not find my keys. And I always come in the house and I put my wallet, my keys, and my glasses in the exact same spot. I never lose them. And I was like, this is not happening right now. My mom's not here. I had all this family in town, so our house was kind of chaotic. And I was trying my best not to blame it on other people, because ultimately, if I lost my keys, it's my fault. Looking everywhere. Finally, I go to my car and I'm like, there's no way I locked them in my car. What did I do? I locked them in my car. So I went over there and they're there and I was like, oh, great. So I call my mom and I'm like, what do I do? She's like, well, I'm home in 5 minutes. You can take my car. And I was like, thank God. So luckily she has, a toll sticker. So I was able to just take the toll and zoom in over there. And I got there in plenty of time. And even if I didn't, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal. It wasn't like a properly scheduled thing. It was just kind of like whenever people finish the interviews. And so, I just kind of kept making excuses for if this doesn't happen, it's whatever. But honestly, by the end of the night, when I was talking to Megan, I was just like, man, I wish I could go back and like do this day again just so that I could do the interview process better. Like, he was so cool, so nice, like just your average Joe, just having a chat. And it was really cool, and he's really excited about all the stuff that he does. And I like that. I think celebrities, they do so much that eventually they can become like robots. And so the fact that he was out here, he was fresh, and I had just saw him sitting in the sun, and I could tell that I thought maybe he was kind of annoyed, but no, I mean, the second we sat down, he was just on, and really kind and really sweet, and just the best dude ever. So if you haven't seen his work, I know he has a new movie coming out. I think it's called Sonic, maybe called something else, but I think he plays the character Sonic. It's animated. If you don't know who Sonic is, look it up. But yeah, so that's that, and I hope you enjoy it. So here's my interview with Ben Schwartz in Austin, Texas. Worst, I was just talking to them, and August is the worst.
Oh, I heard, yeah.
Which you just missed our cool days. It was actually pretty cool a couple days ago.
Would you like me to lean in and make it better? Look at those shoes, too.
You're good. Thank you.
You're doing great.
All right, so we just got a couple questions here. Tell me about your show.
I want you to take your time. This is
this is where he wants to be right now.
Oh, this is the best.
All right.
Anything you want.
So tell me about your show this evening.
Oh, we're doing all right, this is for Austin. We're doing a fashion show tonight at Moon Ridge? No, watch this.
Saloon.
Oh, we're doing it at Moon Tower Saloon.
Okay.
8 p.m.
Great.
Tonight. There's going to be all these fun people, guys and girls, doing the runway. I'm going to be on a microphone, I assume, or maybe like a Britney Spears headset. Okay. I don't know yet. And I'm going to be talking about the different items that are coming down, which are more ludicrous than the last. Everything that's coming down, you will question why we're doing it, and I think that's why I said yes to all of it.
That's fashion.
That is fashion. Oh, and that's going to be the catchphrase for today. Anytime someone comes by, I'm going to say, that's fashion.
That's fashion.
Yeah.
Now, will you be walking the show?
I will not. I will be jogging around everybody, but maybe I'll jump up on there. We'll see. I don't want to take the stars today are these items, some of which are made of towels, some of which are fanny packs that hold 6 packs.
Okay.
So those are the stars. I'm just on the side. I'm going to be like the announcer.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now you have to tell me about the jacket.
Oh, good, because I haven't told anybody yet. The jacket today, it's a towel jacket.
Okay.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am recording.
I was like, oh no, we forgot to record. What do you use, voice memos?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I think it works great.
So do I. used to have a different program to do voice stuff, and I use voice memos.
Okay.
Towel jacket, this is what it is. Dos Equis came to me, they said, we're doing something called Summer Essentials, which I, of course, didn't know what that meant, because it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
And then I said, what does that mean? They say, we have a towel jacket. And I go, you mean you made a jacket out of a towel? They go, yeah. And I said, why? And they didn't have an answer, and I go, I'm in.
Sure.
And that is why I'm here. A towel jacket, they made it with Basque. It costs $200. $200? $250. Even more than you think it was. $250, which makes it kind of even more insane. And they only made 2,000 of them. I think it's so funny. You can get them at dosequis.com. So the idea that it exists and they're really selling them, I was in. I was ready to play.
Great. And so tonight, is there anything you're most excited for besides the show itself?
I've never been to a fashion show before.
Really?
And I'm assuming this is going to be a very by the numbers, very sophisticated fashion show that happens to have towel jackets in it.
Well, you're in Austin, so anything can happen.
I know. I've been here.
Weird.
I've been here a bunch of times.
Okay.
And the food has always made me so happy.
Great.
I love the food here, and the people have always been so kind. I've done South by Southwest a bunch of times, and then I performed here. We did there's a great theater that we performed in. What was it called? What's the theater?
Moody?
No, it was like 1,400 people.
Oh goodness.
Oh, it was great.
It's not Frank Irwin.
No, we did 2 shows back to back, and the audiences were so cool.
Great.
And so down to laugh. I really, really liked it.
That's Austin.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite food spots that you like to
I do barbecue when I come here. One time, I've been trying to do Franklin since I've come here maybe 4 or 5 times, and every time I come here, the line is too long. And I even got here before it opened. I landed on a plane and asked my driver if it was possible, the person that was Ubering from there to there. And we got there, and I went online and I asked how long it would take, and someone said it's already an hour and a half wait, and it wasn't open yet. So, but I've done La Barbecue. We did Ironworks yesterday. I'm kind of making my way around all of them.
Okay, you gotta hit Salt Lick.
I know, I've heard.
And the county line.
I haven't done that. Oh, there's a great restaurant I went to called Olamane. Do you know what that is?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's like this. I'm probably saying it wrong. I wrote it down. But it's like in just a house. And it has like beautiful, fancy food. It was amazing. I took my family there.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that really, like, when you're here, you're just like, I have to do that?
I do barbecue. Barbecue. Anytime I'm here is barbecue. And then I also like going up and down this strip. I know it's cheesy to go to like the boots or the hat stores or stuff like that, but I love going to those things. Yeah.
Now, do you have any boots? What's your Texas fashion?
I haven't tried. I love a sneaker. I don't know what I think, but although people who wear boots always tell me that they're way more comfortable than you think they're going to be.
Yeah.
So I could convert. I do not own a pair of boots.
Okay. Well, now they're coming out with these boot sandals.
Sandals?
Yeah. So it's like the base is a sandal, and then the rest is a cowboy boot.
I can't. We have to put them on the show tonight.
So maybe you can strut some of those around.
Yeah, please.
Do you have a favorite Texas musician?
Oh, Beyonce. Why wouldn't I say that, right?
Right, of course.
I'm a very big fan of hers.
All right.
Everything she's done. I thought that performance she had was incredible. The Homecoming was amazing. I thought Lemonade, I think she's been incredible for a while. I met her a very long time ago, before she was as enormous as she was, and she was so sweet. And it was just like a hello, and she was kind and talked to me like a human being, and I think she's incredible.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, cool. I mean, is there anything else that you would like to tell us?
What do you want to tell us?
I don't know.
How are you? Is there anything you want everybody that's listening to know?
No, I'm doing great. I'll be there tonight.
Oh, nice.
So I'm really excited.
I think it'll be fun tonight.
So hopefully the heat is not too bad. Is it outside?
It is outside. Okay. And I'll tell you this. Did we prepare for the rainstorm that might happen? No. See you there tonight, 8 p.m. Moonridge Saloon. Moonridge Saloon? Moon Tower Saloon.
Should be good. I think the rain's on its way out.
I heard that Dos Equis asked the rain to keep it in Terrasante and move it east. Yeah. I heard that they moved it around. So I think we literally moved the rain for everybody today.
Great.
I think there's going to be a lot of people there. This might be super fun.
I think it will be.
I'm actually really excited. I think it'll be really goofy and funny, and
everything's bigger in Texas. So.
I heard that. Is that true?
Yeah.
Because I ate a grilled cheese this morning. It was just a normal sized grilled cheese. Are my hands just getting bigger?
Maybe you gotta. You know where you have to hit up. You have to go Round Rock Donuts. Have you ever heard of it?
No, and I'm a huge donut person.
They make a donut about the size
I've been
of this
to
table.
Voodoo Donuts. I've been
on
there.
6th.
Yes.
Yep.
And what do we think of that?
Great.
Not as
wacky,
good as.
Definitely not as good as.
Wait, what's it called? I will sincerely.
Round Rock Donuts.
Okay, I can't wait.
They make a donut about as big as this table.
Oh, like a Homer Simpson donut?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
You gotta try it. It's the best.
I can't wait.
People travel from all over. That's the one place.
Is that a big line too?
Yeah.
Okay.
But right now, they just extended their hours now, so.
I can't wait.
They knew you were coming.
Wait, what's the type of donut I get? I'm sure they have a billion.
Oh my gosh. Well, they've got it. It's like a special flavor. So it's like, I can't even describe it to you. It's just the best thing you've ever had. You can't even use words. Yeah, there's no words. Chocolate and classic, you can never go wrong.
Okay, good. All right, I'll do it.
But
it's like
anything you have.
Krispy Kreme is just like a classic Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, but it's only there. It's not a chain.
I can't wait.
So it's been on like Man vs. Food. So
I can't wait.
It's real.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there you have it. There is my interview with Ben Schwartz. I'm sure you could tell, but I'll say it again. Great guy, super fun. Yeah, so that was our little interview, kind of short. But yeah, it was fun. The fashion show was great. He was really lively. The energy from everybody was so cool. And so nice. So nice. He was so nice. Yeah, I'm sure you're not tired of me saying that yet. But yeah, so thank you for sitting down with me. Go out today, this weekend. Have a great weekend. Be positive. Be kind to others. Hug a puppy. Tell somebody you love them. And yeah, just stay positive. And thanks for sitting down with me. I will see you in the next one.